shouldn't break your heart. We live in this fantasy world that because you married the mother of these children, that all of a sudden you're their father. And that all of a sudden these kids that you just met, you didn't change their diapers, you didn't hold them, you didn't bond with them and feed them and pet them and rock them. They're just kids that happen to be with a woman that you started dating. And to just think because y'all went to the courthouse and filled out some paperwork that all of a sudden you've just got this paternal bond with them is a myth. It is a fantasy. It is not right, and it is not right to expect.
Our household feels as though there are two families.
My wife, her two kids, and her sister, and then the other family is myself, my wife, and our youngest son, Robbie.
I do think Rob favors Robbie more than the other children. Rob is very affectionate with Robbie, plays with him, interacts with him. His undivided attention is to Robbie all the time.
When I walk in from work, I could barely get the door open before I could hear Robbie yelling, "Daddy, Daddy, Daddy." My stepchildren will be in the same exact room, and they won't even turn and look at me. I don't ever see anything loving coming from my stepchildren.
The other kids feel that Rob treats Robbie as if Robbie's a prince.
You think that...
Robbie, don't say that word. Rob will let Robbie play video games for hours on end. Robbie can watch whatever he wants to on TV. Robbie can eat whatever he wants. Robbie can snack whenever he wants. But Rob is very hard on my son, Gianni.
Look at him being a pig over there!
Hey, you should call someone a pig.
Rob sees Gianni as a crybaby. Gianni's not tough enough, a mama's boy. Gianni's whiny.
Sam babies Gianni a lot. I'm trying to make him into a man.
There's times Gianni is really hurt, and I say, Rob, you really hurt his feelings. Can you please go up there and talk to him and say, I'm sorry you're hurt? Nope, won't do it.
Sam and I argue pretty much on a day-to-day basis about the different ways that I treat Robbie in comparison to how I treat my stepchildren.
All the arguing with Rob has had a huge impact on our marriage. We only talk about money and the kids. If things don't change, ultimately, I think that unfortunately it will end up in divorce.
Do you perceive that this is headed for divorce?
Yes.
If something doesn't happen?
Yes.
Okay, now, and you've said that. You literally see saying, look, I cannot do this anymore. I will not subject these children to this unfair treatment, so I'm going to actually go to the courthouse, fill out the papers, get a divorce.
Yes.
Same connection with Gianni and Talia, and I won't even talk about Taylor yet. We'll get to that in a minute. Do you feel the same connection with them that you do with Robbie?
No.
Okay, so you don't feel as close to them.
No.
You don't have the bond with them. You don't have that connection that you're talking about with them. There is a hierarchy here. There's your son from your blood that you two have had together, and he's here, and these other kids are down here.
Well, I don't put them in that order. The connection that I don't feel is with me and the kids as well as I feel that they are toward me.
Okay, you're not being honest. You're starting to waffle. You do not feel as close to them as you do Robbie.
Yes.
That's your connection. You have to be honest here. You don't feel the closeness to those kids that you do to your own son. And it's ugly to say, but that's the truth.
Right.
Okay? Now, does it help to hear him admit that?
Yes.
What do you think about that? Why is it okay for you to hear that?
It's not okay to hear, it's true. I feel like some of the biological connection and the fact that my kids were a little bit older can make a little bit of a difference, but it breaks my heart.
But let me tell you why it is okay to hear and why it shouldn't break your heart. We live in this fantasy world that because you married the mother of these children, that all of a sudden you're their father. And that all of a sudden these kids that you just met, you didn't change their diapers, you didn't hold them, you didn't bond with them and feed them and pet them and rock them. They're just kids that happen to be with a woman that you started dating. And to just think because y'all went to the courthouse and filled out some paperwork that all of a sudden you've just got this paternal bond with them is a myth. It is a fantasy. It is not right, and it is not right to expect you to feel that. And it is not right for you to have your heart broken because he doesn't feel that. The fact that you fell in love with their mother doesn't mean that they fell in love with you. You're not a bad guy because you don't all of a sudden have this connection, this bond with those children. Now, That's the first time anybody's ever said that to you, I'm sure.
Yes.
But how does that fit in your ear?
It makes sense to me. I don't think it's making sense to Sam because she's always saying the opposite to me.
Okay, but see, I have this theory that people know the truth when they hear it. You know, people can come tell you stuff and, you know, you can want to believe it and they can be really good at telling it. But there's this thing about us that we just know the truth when we hear it. We may not like it, but we know the truth when we hear it. Am I telling you the truth?
Yes.
You know that's
Yes.
right. It's not what you want to be true, because you want so desperately for those children to have that father. Punishments. Let's take a look at what she means.
Rob is a police officer, and he treats the children very much like a police officer, as well as myself. We argue over discipline almost daily.
Sam tells the kids that they're not allowed to do something, and then she lets them do it anyway. Whenever I discipline one of the children, I follow through.
There is no gray area. His punishments are always extreme and forever, literally. 2 years ago, Gianni had a Big Mac. Rob said, you better eat the whole thing or you're never getting a Big Mac again. Gianni didn't eat the whole thing. So we went to McDonald's this year to order a Big Mac, and Rob said, no, you're never having a Big Mac again, ever, and I mean ever.
It's very important to me not to waver regarding discipline. If you waver at all, the kids will see a weakness.
Rob's only form of punishment is grounding, grounding, grounding. The kids are not even learning the difference between a minor thing versus a big rule infraction.
I feel I'm being undermined in this house constantly by my wife.
I feel like our house is a police state.
You need to lighten up. Right?
Yes,
I mean,
absolutely.
do you get that?
Yes.
Do you think I'm right about that?
Yes. I'm a little overbearing.
Yeah. And you're a cop. And so you interact a lot with people who are bad people. And so you can kind of just put everybody into that thing. But you can be a cop out there, but you need to be a dad at home.
Right.
These are not perps, these are children. I mean, it's the same way with me. You think I go home and Dr. Phil her? I can't tell you how many times Robin said, don't you Dr. Phil me. Because you ain't gonna get a commercial break here, buddy.
That's right.
Look, children's ability to project ahead into foresight is like 20 minutes. I mean, telling a kid he can't have a Big Mac for 3 years. I mean, come on. Lighten up. God, I guess if I get a parking ticket, you're gonna like blow my car up. And I'm gonna walk the rest of my life? I mean, you say, I'm trying to make a man out of him. He's 9. He's 9. I mean, come on. You're not a man at 9. You're right that you need to be consistent with your discipline. But since that's true, you need to be sure that your discipline is proportionate to the infraction. You don't give a life sentence over not cleaning their plate or something. You don't get a Big Mac the rest of your life because you didn't eat your peas. I mean, you got to get. Told you I was going to tell you a truth that you're going to like. There's actually 2. The second truth is, we ask y'all a million questions, right? And you were very forthcoming, both of you were very forthcoming and very straightforward. And my conclusion is that you two are wonderful parents. And these children are blessed to have you as their parents. So God bless you for caring and plugging in and doing a good thing. I mean, seriously, that is so great. The next truth is this. You must be fair with these children. You don't have the same connection with them that you do with your own child, your biological son. That's true, because relationships aren't assigned, they're built, they're learned. And you'll build a relationship with them over time, and you are now. You're building an adversarial relationship with them. They feel rejected by you, they feel punished by you, they feel disciplined by you. But here's the deal. You cannot be the primary discipline for these children because you're not their father. You have to be the primary disciplinarian. And that means if you disagree, if you think she coddles them, and I have no doubt that you do because she's trying to undo you. You over-discipline so she gets them to the side and says, it's going to be okay. We're going to be all right because we're going to go off here by ourselves pretty soon. we're going to get rid of him. I mean, that's the message they're getting. I guarantee you that's the message they're getting. Because you come in and go bark, bark, bark. Say, oh, come over here. It's okay. Because you're trying to undo. You're trying to make up and say, somebody does love you. I know you don't feel loved when he comes home. And I know you don't feel loved when he lets Robbie call you a name. I know. And you're not only cheating them out of feeling special and safe in their own home, you're cheating your son, Robbie, terribly. Because trust me, older brothers and sisters will resent him. They already say Robbie's world. They will resent him. Now you're cheating him out of this feeling of family and this connection of having a brother and sister and all that he feels a part of, which is very important for him. So we got a lose-lose situation going on here.
Things are very uneven in our house. Gianni was sick and came and just laid in bed with me at 5 in the morning. Rob would be like hard about it. If Gianni had a nightmare, oh, Gianni, you need to toughen up. But Robbie sleeps in bed with us now. So it's kind of hypocritical.
Well, that was Samantha talking about another way she feels her husband is favoring their son, Robbie. Now, here's what we've agreed to so far, is that you are favoring him. Now, I said there were some things y'all didn't do right, in fact, that you did wrong. Before you got married, you never really talked about this, did you?
No.
You just decided he's pretty cute, she's pretty cute, and we're pretty charming on a date, so we just assume that it'll work when we take these 6 personalities and throw them into one house.
Yes.
Well, that wasn't good.
No.
Okay, so we're talking about it now, and what we're talking about is the fact that there is a huge difference. That's okay. That just means you have to redouble your efforts to make sure that these kids go to bed at night saying, we belong here. We're welcome here. That man cares about us, he loves us, he protects us, and we don't have to feel like it's us versus him.